Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Sexy is good time. Vibes. All right. Well, that's just how I pictured it. Perfect. That was just how the rehearsal went. Everybody, welcome to Paulyy's Random Nonsense. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. We've taken the rule book, we've thrown it out the window just to make sure we ran over it and then it's gone. Tonight's going to be crazy, it's going to be fun. Whoa! It's going to be good times. Anything and everything will happen. I'm here with some amazing musicians. Ba 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 ba. Na 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 na. Oh, feels good. So there was a script for tonight's show. It's basically called The Great Unlearning. It came to me in a dream. Actually, it was passed on to me from another person that was dreaming at the time. His name's Prem Samir, who's here tonight. Can we get some live of this beautiful man? The gentle wind. And he's going to be answering some questions for us later on in the evening. So we're trying to unlearn everything and just come to that point where we're totally in the moment. Which is basically, well, not basically, who even knows, is where we want to end up, you know what I mean? But that's not up to me, or anybody really. Dang dong, dang dong, dang dong, dang dong, dang 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 dang. Welcome to the Paulyy Circus! So Shenzo and I are vigorously prepared by having a good jam this afternoon, and it's funny when you just connect, things just start straight away. You play a chord, you might play something sexy, like this. You try and find that beautiful moment. That's what we're gonna do tonight. Are you ready to go? It's Saturday night, and you never, 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 never say no. Saturday night, it's Saturday night. Are you ready? Someone say holy wine! Somebody, I believe, did somebody just say holy wine? No, sorry man, that's the room next door. Yeah, room 43. Yeah, Jerry, I'm sure he wanted the holy wine, yeah? Did anybody order holy wine? Anyway, so there I was. Whoa, hey! Holy mackerel, it's the Holy Wine Hour! Brought to you, what's your name again, John? You're a great guy, John.
I'm just the wine
Keep
deliverer.
up the good work.
Winemaker and deliverer.
What makes this so holy, John? What do I do? Do I drill a hole in my glass? Holy wine, the only wine I drink. When it comes to wine, I drink the holy wine. And when I dine, I drink that holy wine. Sometimes I dance, and sometimes I go out and drink the holy wine. I drink the holy, smoky, sweetly, holy wine. All the time. I drink the holy wine night and day, except on Thursday, cause that's my day off. So Monday to Wednesday, I drink the holy wine. Thursday to Sunday, I have a good time. Wait a minute, skip that Thursday, just Friday to Sunday. Holy wine, holy wine. And that's the 14th track of the theatre show Shenzo the Musical, which is coming out in October 2024. So get ready for that. It's going to be big. So we're live, ladies and gentlemen. With somebody called Shenzo Gregorio. Gregorio! Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Give us some more of that.
Yeah, some of that stuff, Ralph.
Oh, come on. I feel like this is like the Holy Wine reprise. Holy wine, mighty fine time. Just after you've connected, you know. I never thought I could do it till I drank the holy wine. I never knew you would be mine till I drank the holy wine. Hey. Oh yes, Ralphie, that's the stuff there. Boom, 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 boom. Shum, dum, 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 dum. Welcome to Paulyy's Random Nonsense. If you've just checked in, things are getting random. Perfectly, beautifully random. Rant at the rant at the rant at the rant at the out the rap the rap 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 the rap bam 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 rap the bam bam rap the bam 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 bam. Excellent.
What an intro.
Bish to the bosh. That was the intro. I thought that's it. So thanks for coming, everybody. Been to the music night already. Sing, 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 a ding, 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 a ding, 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 ding. So here we are. Shenzo.
G'day, mate.
Hello.
Hello.
How you going? Welcome to Elemental Studios.
I'm doing a
Brought
lot
to you
better.
by Ralphie and the good people at Prem Samir Industries.
Welcome.
Shalom, holy wine to you, my friend.
Mate, what a great drop.
So,
Cheers.
this is the first of Paulyy's Random Nonsense, which we're hoping will turn into live at Elemental coming in 2023. Ding, 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 ding. We're either going to have a hologram of Shenzo or we'll fly him in. We'll figure out what will work better. And then, but we'd like to get into who is Shenzo Gregorio. He's got his own theme song, which will, I shouldn't have said that already, but used to be in a stunt orchestra, Shenzo.
Yes.
Yes, can you tell us about that?
Okay, so back in 1999, last century, I got asked to put on a performance at a music awards night. And so they had all these kind of dignitaries there and stuff, and it was a very low budget affair, but basically we had to get people there, so we put a poster out there in the Brisbane kind of music scene. It said the Musicians Own Gig Industry Excellence Award, Emogi Awards. So that was the event, and the lead kind of like headlining act was Shenzo Gregorio, stunt violinist, direct from Las Vegas. And I wasn't from Las Vegas, my name wasn't Shenzo Gregorio, and I didn't have a stunt.
Perfect.
So, I was basically putting myself out there in a way that, one shouldn't normally do, but had to rise to the occasion. The gig itself went okay, but then it was about 6 months later that someone went, Shenzo Gregorio, stunt violinist, that's got some potential, mate, you should pitch that.
It's got a ring to it.
It's got a ring to it. So I'll cut a very long story short,
Yes.
because it's a good 20 minutes, this story. In fact,
Yes.
the entire podcast could be dedicated to the story, but I won't. So, so basically, cut a long story short, that's where the seed of the idea began. A right out lie. Like, it didn't
Perfect.
exist, right? So just complete fabrication.
Well, manifestation, they call it these days. Lies become
That's right.
manifestations.
Exactly, lies become manifestations. That's right. So
Perfect.
I whacked it out there. See what
Yes.
my sister and my various friends of mine helped me to do this in the beginning. Anyway, cut a long story short. Basically, put a band together. We started suspending ourselves in harnesses from tall structures, playing violin upside down, spinning
Beautiful.
around, combining circus and music in a way that hadn't really been done before. Maybe at Circus Oz a little bit, seeing drummers upside down and sort of this sort of thing. But
Yeah.
violinists in particular, to be able to play,
that's
Vivaldi upside down was like, well, that's
Do you have to have a good core? Do you do a
Oh,
lot of
well,
core workout?
Well, at the time prior to that, no. It forced me to.
This comes in.
It had to. It
Well, I
had
think,
to be.
Shenzo, I think we've got a bit of footage that we can show the people.
Yes,
So
indeed.
We've got some
Indeed.
here.
You may think I'm
Let's
just
see my-
completely tripping, but
You
it
might-
actually is a real thing.
This actually happened.
This happened.
Are we on? Let's see what we got. So Shenzo, Shenzo. Shenzo the musical is going to have 18 songs dedicated to Shenzo. Shenzo is a little boy. Shenzo in that. You know that time in your teens when it's a little bit difficult? Shenzo moves abroad. Those Celine Dion years, they were pretty special. Something different. Shenzo Gregorio. Shenzo. Shenzo. Yeah, no, my name's Shenzo Gregorio. I play the violin, the magini, but usually I just play guitar, you know? I don't know, I sit on my porch, my rocking chair, and I play. Shenzo Gregorio. So the stunt orchestra Shenzo, just getting back there for a minute.
Going back there, yep.
So where was that? Was that like I'm feeling Berlin vibes? Where did they let you do that? Upside down.
They let me do that
Upside down in a few parts of the world. Mm-hmm.
I could list them.
Yes.
In no particular order.
Yes. But I will. I like this one the best.
Singapore, South Korea,
Singapore, yeah.
India,
Mm-hmm.
London, in the UK there, Scotland.
Well, east, west, north, south. We're in London, mate.
It was
What? Trafalgar Square, was it? I'm going to
Hammersmith.
hang a bloke in the top. He's going to do a little spin. It'll be so arty outside the Tate, yeah?
Yeah. But
Loves it.
I've got to say, my favourite favourite spot was like the Queen Victoria building, or the Western Distributor
That's
Freeway.
beautiful. Oh, the Western Distributor
In
Freeway.
Sydney,
Glorious
you know
place.
this. You'd know that.
Yeah.
Like just
Sucking
above
up the fumes,
just above the IMAX theatre there.
Wow.
Yeah, just hanging 17 minutes off the freeway. That was the best fun.
Waiting for the Mack trucks, just like, I can take it, man. I'm better than those guys.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that was one of the most.
So we'd like to dedicate this show to the Mack truck drivers out there. Anyone who's ever driven a big rig, baby. The Magic 7's coming at you with the big rig, baby. Oh, that's fun. Take me down, take me downtown, take me down, take me downtown. Wanna feel what you feel, wanna smoke what you smoke, wanna live how you go. Wanna take me downtown, you wanna take me down, take me downtown. Where the cats are cool and the birds and the beat and the band and the ride and the vibe and the light and the Holy Ghost comes down and the bass is 5 miles down. And the band comes singing down. But the biggest styles inside to take me downtown. Is he alien? Is he part reptilian? Is he made of stardust like the rest of us? Has he come from the edges of the expanding universe? Is he in human form? be the norm. No! It's Shenzo Gregorio. Shenzo Gregorio. Shenzo Gregorio. And that one was called Flowers in the Countryside. That's the hidden song on Shenzo's album, which is coming out in October 2024. We hope you're hanging around for that one. It's going to be special. That was awesome, crew. Enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
So, Shenzo. Shenzo Gregorio, if that's your real name.
Well, actually, sorry to burst your bubble.
Yeah, whoa, wait a minute.
My real name
My name
is Lord Shenton Justice Kelway Gregory III.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
I drive limos for a living.
Suits you perfectly, darling.
Do you need a lift home?
I wouldn't mind one, actually.
Great. Well,
Just quietly.
I can do that.
A little bit later on, 4 a.m., 5. When dawn breaks.
I'll be right there with you. Yeah, Shenton Justice Kelway Gregory.
Awesome.
Shenzo Gregorio was just a little bit easier.
So what was the,
Japanese
how many years did going back to the Stun Orchestra, how long did that go for?
About 13 years, I reckon.
13.
13, 15.
I definitely think we need to bring that back in Perth. And currently you're doing a little bit of a Mad Max thing.
I just did a Mad Max thing.
Mad Max thing.
I did a Mad Max thing.
A Mad Math thing.
A Mad Math thing. A Mad Math thing.
Mad Math thing.
I did a
Our
Mad
favourite
Math
thing
thing.
is a Mad Math fling.
You know what?
Ain't no thing like a chicken wing on a Mad Math fling.
we did Mad Max Fury Road
Yes.
at the Darwin International Film Festival.
Yes.
Almost this time last week.
Wow.
Precisely this amount of time.
With Ben?
With Ben Walsh.
Yes.
And international sensation beatboxing champion
Oof.
Tom Thumb.
Oh, Tommy Thumb.
Ooh, very nice.
So the three of us
He's awesome,
were,
yeah.
he's quite amazing.
Good lad.
Yeah, so the three of us
Seems like a really nice guy.
were
I've seen
creating
him on TikTok. He
Yes,
looks good.
indeed.
And
Our-
TEDx.
Yes,
Um,
on TEDx, I told my dad. I said,
He's
my
awesome
dad was
on that.
like, "Who's this Tom Thumb guy? I said, check him out on YouTube. He's got 25 million hits." And I went and looked, and it's 72 million hits.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
He's going all right.
All right, he's
Tommy
doing
Thumb,
all right.
if you're out there, you're going all right, kid.
He's doing all right.
So we got some footage of the Mad Max stuff for the Ben Walsh thing coming up. We don't get that.
We got some in Prague with Ben Walsh.
Oh,
We
in
got
Prague.
something- Yes, me and Ben do
what's
crazy.
What's
little-
this one? What's happening in
This-
Prague? Just a little taster.
We happened to be crossing paths while we were touring overseas.
Yes.
Ben was performing in a circus show. I was also performing in a circus show.
Mhm.
We had one day where we went, oh my God, we're in Prague. What shall we do? So we went and grabbed our phones and our instruments and just went into a park and filmed a piece of music that we'd written a couple of years ago. And we decided to then cut it together and make a little video out of it. So
Beautiful.
This is what it is.
This is it, people. Live in the park in Prague.
Live in the park in Prague.
Live in the park in Prague. Park in Prague.
My father does the salad, and before him, here's Volvo. These fingers have generations of salad tossing knowledge.
To the salad boy. Salad boy. Straight to the salad boy. Salad boy, don't you toy with my food. Salad boy, don't you toy with the salad boy. Straight to the salad boy. If you know what's good for you, you'll bring the love tonight in the form of salad. Make it peppery like a nice bag of rocket. Rocket in your pocket, don't knock it. Before you blow a socket. to our next segment, which is Prem Samir. Ding 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 ding. We thought we'd just get to the crux of it. Yeah, I didn't want to mess about today, so I actually, Paulyy would like to know. He's 44 years old, apparently. They've put that. That's part of my construct, which I'm currently trying to unlearn. I would like to know, how do I unlearn everything?
Now, why would you want to unlearn everything? I suppose I just was thinking of our viewers in this case.
Yes.
Unlearn. Why do I want to unlearn? Because I get where I get in my life because I've learned how to do this. Go on the car, go to work, do my job.
Yeah.
And so I need my learning. But also you've learnt your fears that were taught to you. And if you want to transcend fears,
that's right.
the prison of the mind, then you want to unlearn something.
Unlearn your fears.
And so...
And how does one begin? What's the first step? Is there 7 steps?
Well...
8? 12 and a half?
How do I unlearn?
You don't have to specifically...
What's the first step?
First
First step is acknowledging that you don't know anything. That's a very hard one.
That's pretty easy for me.
Because
I find that pretty easy.
It exposes you. It's a very difficult thing to say that I don't know.
Very raw.
But if you can start tinkering with these things, playing with these things, you can try I don't know as your answer, and to face that and to see how it is. And you may find it's liberating. I don't know. I just don't know.
No, don't.
And there you are.
I think it's interesting with we have these facades where we're sort of trying to avoid that question, because we don't actually know. Some might know. I don't know. Do you know? But then, all this other stuff. Is that what you're saying? Shared
Yeah, well, a lot of these things are attached to fear. You don't want to be the guy who doesn't know because it takes you back to school when you didn't know and the other kids laughed and they pushed you in the puddle. Things like these. And so, unlearning, you want to unlearn your fear. And I guess unlearn the preconceived ideas and construct that makes the prison of the mind that you live in. And that might do for you.
That's pretty good.
Because we like to get back
Prison
to
of the mind. Prison of the mind. I like that. I think a lot of people think there's a lot of anxiety out there, and a lot of people think they're stuck in this place, That's what I find liberating when you play music with amazing people and you get out of that. You don't even think about that place anymore.
Yeah.
So I think...
Well, it's a survival mechanism as well, the mind. You don't actually need it, but we use it.
It serves a purpose every now and then. You know what I mean?
We have things that we're afraid of because it gave us damage or pain. And so we run from these things automatically. And it tends to get overblown. So some of your fears you can actually stop and welcome warmly and just sit with it. Why am I afraid of this? Let's have a look at you. Let's have a good look at you. I'm afraid of my toothbrush. Look what happened.
So you're saying
sit with it.
Harness
sit with that toothbrush.
Harness the good, block the bad, just harness it all.
Eventually you don't want to be blocking anything. You just glide through the world. It's your
glide through the world. Write that down, Shenzo.
Glide through the world. That's right. And to break into song as often as possible. Drive your car, when you're at the track, you're at the meeting. I choose to glide through the world. I choose to glide through the
Flying through the world. That's track 46. Shenzo the musical, Gregorio. Prem Samir, ladies and gentlemen. You can't actually clap because he's going back to nothing, so he's not actually here. He's not here right now, okay? Don't clap! Stop clapping if you're clapping out there! This isn't nonsense. That part was serious. The rest of it's nonsense, okay? I love it.
That's a hit single.
Everything's perfect. Glide through the world. So if you're a producer out there and you listen to that, don't record that song.
Don't
Just did it.
steal
We're
that.
recording from 7 different devices. Just emailed it to my grandma. Glide through the world. I wanna glide through the world. Oh, yeah. Oh, what a night. What a night. What a holy night. What a holy wine night. This is brought to you by Holy Wine. Tips for beginners. Just have one little holy glass. That's all you need of a nighttime. Go to bed. Kiss your partner. Kiss your dog and cat. Have the holy wine and then maybe jam with Shenzo Gregorio. Keep saying Shenzo Gregorio. It's like Rumpelstiltskin. Something good will happen. You know what I mean? So I have a beautiful nephew called Lucio who I love to sing his name as well. It's the same as Shenzo. Lucio. And a big shout out to my sister, Big Lizzie, whose birthday today. Ah, this one's dedicated to you. She'll be sleeping right now, but she'll watch this stream in the morning. Oh, I'm gonna get you. So Shenzo, what's this whole improv thing about, man? What's the essence of it, man? Take me through it, Shenzo.
Take you through it.
Concentration, thank you, Ralphie. That's it. One thing, kids. Concentrate. The one thing I can't do, kids.
Tips for jamming.
We playing that?
Tips for jamming.
Playing it now?
Welcome to Shenzo's Tips for Jamming.
All right, let's do it. Well, what do you want to play? I don't mind. What do you want to play? I don't mind.
Blue Bossa? Yep. First tip, always have a tune in the bag, ready to go. I know you're keen to jam, but always take some time to tune. Nobody likes a medley murderer. Take this turkey gobbler, for instance.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Shenzo's improv.
Yeah.
What were the key themes there,
Key
Shenzo,
themes,
that people can bite into when it comes to improv?
Well, look, I think you just got to spend some time working your stuff out to begin with. Learn some stuff. I would like to say shit, but I can say shit. Learn some shit. Learn some stuff. Learn some. Spend some time focusing on one thing.
Yes.
Right. So I started violin when I was 4, and then I added things to that once I'd kind of done it for about 10 years. Now that doesn't have to be the case for everyone. You can do something for a chunk of time and feel like you know some stuff on one particular thing. So that takes focus,
Yep.
discipline, time, practice, right? Just spend some time doing one thing. And then with that, you can improvise from that basis. So that means that can be anything, right?
Yeah.
That can be painting, that can be dancing, that can be truck driving, that can be anything. I'm not some special person here going, oh, I can improvise on an instrument. Anyone can improvise cooking, building a house, whatever it
Yes.
might be. So
Can I just take you from there? So you teach improvisation,
I do, yes.
and so where do you start someone who's like just learned music like dang dang dong dang dong, from the book,
well,
never really jammed? Do you get people? Where do you like take
I-
them out to a field to meditate, like in seriousness? What do you do, or you just
Well, what I
pay
like,
people to unlock?
yes, unlocking, yes. What I like people to have to begin with is what I kind of was saying was that you've got to have something to begin with. Otherwise, you're kind of, in a sense, wasting my time a little bit. If you come to it, hey, I want to improvise on the guitar, and how long have you been playing guitar? A week. Come back to me. Come back to me.
Play the E. yeah.
Come back to me in a little while, because what I teach is kind of from the intermediate to the advanced. I mean, I guess I can teach anyone how to improvise at the end of the day. But what I find the most satisfying thing is unlocking that creative ability that everyone has.
Yes.
Right. So everyone has it, but we've all learned different ways. Mm-hmm. So a lot of my colleagues, as classical, the guy learned classically, so I've had to kind of figure it out, and with the benefit of a lot of hindsight, I've gone, okay, well, there's that way of doing it, or there's this way of doing it. So you've got to do a little bit of work on something that we know, but you don't have to do it as long as I did it. I mean, I did a lot of classical training for so many years and got so rigid in the whole world of that I couldn't break out of it. And I see it in fellow students now who want to just desperately break out of that rigid sort of world.
Yes.
And unleash that creativity. So
you're talking about language,
right? So once you kind of but the thing that I've noticed is that it takes almost the same amount of discipline and same amount of practice for a classical musician as it does an improvising musician or an improvising creative person.
Yes.
You've got to spend time, but the thing is, what you can't be attached to success. Right, so don't get too bogged down in, I must get a mark out of 100, or I must achieve this by a certain time.
Yeah, I like that.
So get rid of the timeline, get rid of the marks out of 100, and spend time succeeding and failing and learning. That's it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Right, and then once
failing, learning. Easy.
Right, it's that simple, because really I've just gone, I didn't quite play that. It's there, right? So I make a mistake, and it basically tunes into how we have learned how to walk, how we've learned how to talk.
Yes.
All our basic functions of being a human is the same process.
Same concept,
Right, same concept. So tap into that. It's already in there. The operating manual's already ready to go.
Do you fragment then refragment?
Yeah, so, right? So just go into that zone that's already there.
I love it. Yeah.
And tap into it. And then, because unfortunately our education systems aren't tapping into that.
Yeah, it's quite tight.
Right? It's very boxed.
You can feel free.
Right?
I agree.
So it just gives you that freedom. And once the pennies drop, once the unlocking happens, then the fun begins.
Yeah.
Right? Tonight, we've just had a heap of fun.
Boom.
Right? If it wasn't for all that work,
you wouldn't get there.
We wouldn't be here. So
I feel it. So build the foundations, what you're saying, to let you
build some foundations.
Build a skyscraper from there.
They don't have
They
don't have to be the most perfect foundation. They just have to be something to begin with. It could be a mud.
Most
foundation.
musos foundations are a little bit, here and there, a little bit
I'm always perfecting the foundation.
Yes.
I'm always going back to the foundation and just perfecting it a little bit. So you will always perfect that foundation.
Which takes us to a beautiful segue, which is the Shenzo theme song, which we started with earlier. Have you got that one?
Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo Gregorio. Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo A flat Gregorio, Shenzo Gregorio D7, Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo Gregorio, you can sing it along at home. Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo Shenzo Gregorio, Shenzo Gregorio.
Hey Shenzo, get your martini off the floor. You got a gig tonight. Shenzo Gregorio. Shenzo Gregorio.
could go on for another 5 hours.
It really could.
I thought I just.
It really could, and it probably should. And it probably will later on
that
Elemental Live. You're live at Elemental Sound with Ralphie, Shenzo, Paulyy, Prem Samir, somewhere hidden behind the scenes, Matthew Whitton. Papa Flavor's in the house, Will Accent's in the house, Hella Babella, Hella's in the house, James is in the house, John Jensen's in the house, Yama na bama na bama nama nama nam nam, Pauly's in the Pauly's in the Pauly's in the Pauly's in the house.
Boy's gonna go get himself some chow. Maybe a bottle of wine. Maybe some white wine. Salad boy likes white wine with his salad.
Yeah. We on?
Yeah.
How long we got? Salad Boy's on? Salad Boy's back? We hope you enjoyed Salad Boy there. So, Shenzo, just for a moment, going through the annals of time and your career and all that, and tell me about your relationship with Greg Sheehan, and who is Greg Sheehan for the people that don't know Greg.
Yep.
Apparently a beautiful human, an amazing composer / percussionist.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's been referred to as a time lord or a rhythm god.
Oh wow.
I first saw him at Woodford Folk Festival at a jam in the year, last century actually. It was like 1998. He was surrounded by djembe players, drummers, marimba players, he was calling things, just had this incredible ability to run a jam anywhere.
Wow.
And at this particular festival just north of Brisbane, he had some incredible groups. He's played with so many amazing musicians all around the world, and I always idolized him for years and just thought, geez, one day I'd love to play with that guy. You know when you see someone,
Yes.
you see
Totally,
certain
yeah,
heroes,
yep.
and you just, one day, maybe,
I got to play with Greg.
I'd love to play, and you just put it in the back of your mind, and you think, oh well, it'll never happen.
Yes.
That's kind of the pessimistic side of one's mind thinks that. But then years.
Again.
Yep. As a young 20-year-old at the time,
Mm-hmm.
but then years later, opportunities arose. Same festival. Greg and Ben Walsh, who we mentioned before, and Bobby Singh, an amazing tabla player. They had a trio together called the Circle of Rhythm, and it was like an absolute baptism of fire. It was like, Shenzo, do you want to play on this tune? All right, so this one's in 7, this next one's in 9, this is 11. We've got an intro 5, and it's just like you're just getting hit with this incredible and we're on in 5 minutes. Are you good with that?
Yeah.
And I think I might go and eat a burger.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
I don't know if we can handle this. Yeah, that's intense.
Right.
Yeah.
So all that practice meant, all right, right time, right place. Right. I think I've done my practice. I think this is the time to unleash. And they're very supportive. If it was a train wreck, I'm sure they'd be like, hey, next time, whatever, we'll give you another opportunity. But Greg is a very humble musician and is welcoming to the next generation. He's very supportive of people, coming up the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been following his work for years, and then getting to play with him was just a absolute dream come true.
Awesome.
And then it's almost like for a violinist, if you've got Greg and one other, even just one other musician, or even just Greg, it's just like the ultimate bed of percussion to soar over the top of.
Wow.
So it's just incredible what he can do.
Beautiful.
He's recently released a book called the Rhythm Diaries, and it's like the Bible of rhythm. And it's his life work. It's basically an incredible book that details everything he's thought about and subsequently written about in one incredible encyclopedia.
Yeah.
And it really expresses who he is as a human. Having worked with him and toured with him a little bit, there is no off button with Greg Sheehan. It's like some musicians are like, right, well, I'll do my thing on the stage, and then hey, heading back to the accommodation, we're just going to sit back and chat about world politics or something.
Mm-hmm.
No, we'll sit there at the table and we'll bash out on on the table, like
Yeah,
at
wow.
midnight at the hotel room. It's like,
Okay,
Greg,
okay, Greg.
do we get? Is there any time off? No. It's like it's on all the time with
I
Greg.
love it.
And,
Wow.
and so by that you just download his brain, like
Yeah, wow.
the information that's inside him. You're getting a little download. I'm not getting the whole thing, but I'm getting a good chunk of it. And I feel very privileged that I've been. That's the ultimate way to learn is to kind of be
Immerse yourself.
immersed
Yeah.
in someone else's world for
Yes.
a day or a week, or in some cases I had a month with him on tour,
Yep.
where it was like, okay, we had to do the show, but it was all the stuff around the show
Yep.
where I learned so much.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm doing a gig with him. If anyone's on the east coast of Australia, we're playing in Bellingen on the 4th of November and in Comboyne on the 5th of November.
Yeah.
So New South Wales.
Teleport myself there.
Teleport yourself there.
I love Bellingen. It's an amazing place. Amazing, amazing,
yeah,
beautiful.
so-
I think we've got some video of Greg too, have we? My little fuzzy tech guy.
Hey there, wanted to show you this lovely triangle from the Rhythm Diaries. These numbers add up to 32 beats, and there's 60 ways that you can actually go through these numbers, and it still comes out to 32 beats, which can be divisible by 4. It means it can be in 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 6. 6. 5, 5, 4, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4. Banana, strawberry, banana, strawberry, banana, strawberry. Apple, mandarin, watermelon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1.
That's a wrap!